with a goalie rotation, does Eric being from Edmonton, having some family and friends, and the attendance factor in at all?
Yeah, it's nice, absolutely, and so that's exciting to have him in there. But he was ready to go. He played very well the other night, and we're going to use both goalies on the trip, so easy to put him in with all of that.
Do you really want to get Vinnie into the lineup and get him in the mix, especially with the first road game?
Yes, I think it's important to get Vinnie in the lineup and mix him in there. And Jack will be out tonight. I don't think it hurts Jack at all. I think it's a great opportunity for development to sit back after a couple of games and take some different things in. And he won't be out long. He's here. We know he's a young guy in a high development range of his career. It's important for him to to get ice time, and also it's important for him to be able to step back too and not be in the fire all the time as part of development process.
When it comes to Owen Power, do you have to kind of protect him a little bit, or do you just let him go, or how do you kind of work away with that?
Yeah,
Like that?
I think with Owen, I mean, he's an intelligent guy. He corrects a lot of things himself through intelligence, work ethic, commitment to his own development. But yeah, you are very cognizant and conscious as a coach with all your players, specifically younger ones until they get acclimated to the league, of how you may be able to help them along in that process. So absolutely, we watch and monitor how we can supplement to help his development.
And he's a special player for a reason, right? Like,
he is.
What have you seen over him the time that he's been here, and just you do kind of marvel at just how special a talent he is. A little
You do marvel, and you just hit it. Talent. Yeah. He has extreme talent. He is very aware of what's going on in that rink. But size, speed, strength, intelligence of players at this level, you can't prepare for that. You learn it once you enter the league. How good and skilled are the skilled players? How big and strong are the strong players? How fast are the fast players? So, we can watch video and tell them, but until you experience it yourself, you don't get the feel. And he's done a tremendous job at that, and learned different ways technically to address that, and that's a credit to him and his intelligence, his intuition as a hockey player.
And how much is having Darlene here? They can kind of say, hey, these are some of the pitfalls of what I went through.
Yeah, Darlene doesn't talk much about pitfalls. He gets excited, so he gets really excited to help Owen and anybody else. We had several guys last year when Owen was coming in that were in my office constantly. I want to play with Owen when he gets here. When he gets here, I want to play with him. And the reason why, they want to help him. We have a very young team, and they're all going through challenges. And when they have these guys enter, whether it's Jack Quinn or J.J. Peterka or Owen Power, as first-time NHL players, it's fresh in lots of guys' minds in that locker room, and they can finally return the player and start mentoring a guy a year or two younger than them. So you look at Dylan Cousins, Peyton Krebs are two very young guys for us, yet they have guys now that they can mentor, and they might have only played 50 to 100 games in the NHL.
What's it like when you got young guys, you're coming in here, McDavid's on the other side, Draisaitl. I know they're all NHL players, but they also probably played video games where they were McDavid not that long ago, some of these kids.
Yeah, I think it's the same in that respect. No disrespect to Draisaitl or McDavid by any means, but it's the same for the guys in every NHL building. They get excited for the top players. Tonight it's McDavid, Draisaitl on. It's every city you go in has, the salary cap era has star players that the young guys are very familiar with. So it's exciting for them every night. It's obviously stimulating in the point of their high stress, high demand, and when you have high players, if we can keep their confidence up, they're going to improve going through that experience more than the guy across from them, and that's what we've been able to do a real nice job with that over the last year. We need to continue that.
I know you mentioned Jack won't be out for long. What did you kind of see from him in the first couple games, and did you have a conversation with him about kind of not riding the waves too much, I guess, of taking things like this too much to heart?
Yeah, we have. I think Jack has had a year to build relationships within our organization with Kevin Adams, with myself, obviously the coaches in Rochester, and he knows how we feel about him, and we feel really good about him and great about his future. And this is all about helping him become a better player every day, which, as I mentioned, we know that's going to happen. And each situation is different. How do you maximize growth and speed of growth? And I don't think him stepping out of the lineup today impedes maximizing that growth. I think it actually supplements it, it helps it. So he knows that, he feels that. What you do with all players in between games is watch a little bit closer film shifts, situations, just to move that through the process.
Thanks, Don.